Good evening. Hi. Welcome to Industry Standard Video Digest. I'm your host, Sebastian Lord. This week on ISVD, we're going to be discussing computers, specifically Macintosh computers, and how it relates to the industry of computer-generated imaging. Now this is a Macintosh Quadra 650, a venerable workhorse of the Macintosh computer line. It's very important to know this machine, to have it in your mind. This is all you will ever need to generate computer graphics. You should always make sure to know these sorts of things. Possibly even get a subscription to our show, because our next tape is going to be really amazing. Ed Begley Jr. is going to come and talk about Volvos. Okay, what do you have to do to generate a computer graphic? Well, you need to have an application. The application that we're going to use is Photoshop. All I have to do is drag and drop. Look at that. Let's time it. It started at the 8. Wow. I'm telling you, there's one thing about a Macintosh. These things are fast. Wow. It did that in 39 seconds. That's incredibly fast. As a matter of fact, that's a function of what's called the CPU, which is another important term to know if you're going to be generating computer graphics, especially in the professional industry. The CPU is what makes the computer go. This machine has one of the rockingest CPUs out there, a Motorola 68040, a 68040. The basic thing about this, what makes this so fabulous, so great, is the CPU. If it weren't for the CPU, well, of course, there's always the operating system, but if it weren't for the CPU, things would never get done. All I can say is the CPU is pretty amazing. Okay, I bet some of you are sitting out there right now and saying, whoa, wait a minute. Sebastian, why would I need to know about an application when I don't really know anything about the computer? Well, I'll tell you. But first, let's get rid of the application. We'll go to our drop-down menu and select Quit. Now let's take a look at this here screen that we've got here. This is your desktop. This is your interface directly into the machine. This is standardized and everything works right off of this. You'll notice that the other program looked just like this. Sometimes you don't even know which program you're running. But that's okay, because everything looks good. Let's talk about this. This is the front end of the operating system. Or maybe it looks kind of like an over system. Now, the operating system is how the computer works. And this computer, the Macintosh Quadra, has one of the single best engineered operating systems of any computer on the world. And that's guaranteed. Guarantee it. This machine is running an operating system called System 7. Isn't that a swell name? It's a fabulous name. What makes System 7 the single best engineered operating system for any computer in the world, guaranteedly? Well, you basically don't even know it's there. That's right, it's seamless. And the operating system's not the only thing that makes this computer easy to use. Take a look, for instance, at its front design. Look at this facade. It's free of ornamenture that's unnecessary, sleek, very architectural, almost Le Corbusian. Incredible, classic, wonderful. Take a look at the mouse. Look at this. This drives the pointing mechanism. Look across the top here. Another clean facade. One button. One button. Who needs two? Why would you even think about three? One button makes it the easiest choice in the world and the most obvious choice in the world. Okay, so here we have it. Your basic description of a Macintosh Quadro. Unfortunately, I'm afraid that my producer has told us that we're out of time, so we'll see you next week. Thanks for joining us here on Industry Standard Video Digest. Have a good evening.